Oops, nakamute pala ako. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to Python R. I will be your host today. So I'm Will Vincent Parone. You can call me Kuya Will. And today we're gonna be talking about primarily making a Discord bot using Python. But before we begin, just a short reminder to everyone that we would like to make this a very family friendly and wholesome activity. So we will not tolerate any actions related to harassment, be it towards the speakers or towards other members. Okay ba yun? Okay, I think that's a yes for everyone. And for those who are not yet here and who have not been in the last week's session, just a short introduction to us. We are Python Philippines. So Python Philippines is a non-stock, non-profit, volunteer-run organization that is dedicated to support and facilitate the growth of the community of Pythonistas here in the Philippines. And yeah, we are a group of Pythonistas from beginners to senior level Python developers who want to make Python more well known here in the Philippines and to boost the community here because, that's the best way to keep the language going. And on top of that, we have a lot of activities such as the Python art that you guys are experiencing right now. We also have public training. So we have low-cost Python trainings that covers a lot of various topics. So if you want to register, just click the link. We will send it later at the message. And also, we have meetup events. We have networking events this November. We're going to announce the date once we've finished organizing it, but it will be soon. So just stay tuned to us, okay? Oh, yeah, I forgot. One of our biggest events for next year, PyCon PH 2024, will happen on February 2024. It's going to be a big event filled with various speakers, and we are currently looking for, speakers. So if you want to sign up and be a speaker, just click on the link. We will provide it in the message again. And also, we are looking for volunteers to help us organize this event. So kindly sign up and be a volunteer. We need a lot of volunteers. Okay. So Python R. Python R is basically this 1 hour brown bag session where we are going to be talking about a lot of interesting topics related to Python. So last week we talked about handling big data with PySpark with Mr. Ariel Conde, and now we're going to be talking about Discord bot using discord.py. And speaking of which, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. So our speaker is a software engineer, freelancer, business guy, I guess, entrepreneur, you name it. He's the guy, Mr. Jabez Emmanuel Borja. He will be providing a presentation for us that hopefully you guys can enjoy. So, are you guys ready? Yeah, this is the part wherein like you guys will go claps and stuff, but like this is Zoom, so Okay. Okay. Take the floor. Please present the presentation already.
So yeah, thank you, Will, for that wonderful introduction. Uh, so hello and good evening, Fight on Hour. It's really good to be here, and thank you for being here. I am so really excited about talking to you and sharing my knowledge about how to create a Discord bot with Discord.py and share my knowledge about Python in general. So over the next hour, we'll be learning about how to create our own Discord bot using Python. Uh, but before all of that, I'm going to introduce myself. So who am I? I am Jabez Borja. I am a software developer. I specialize in Python, JavaScript, C++, Dart, and I am passionate and really love learning about and doing some software design systems and some clean code. I'm just obsessed with that. So you can visit me on my website. You can see that there, Jabez at Netlify.app, and on Twitter, or I must say X, or email me at jabezborja.dev@gmail.com if you have some concerns or maybe violent reactions about my talk right here. So, but yeah, all right, without further ado, let's begin. I'm really excited about this one because it's pretty awesome to create a Discord bot actually. But before everything, of course, we must start with Discord first. So, well, I know some of you might have already know what is Discord, but just really quick, I'll just introduce first what is Discord for those who doesn't know for now. So Discord is a powerful communication platform designed for communities, organizations, or group of gamers. Well, initially it was created for gamers, but it is now used for a lot of communities, organizations, or even corporate everything. So Discord is being widely used nowadays. So so it is where users can chat, voice call, and share content in various channels or servers. So yeah, that's what Discord is. So now let's talk about Discord bot and Discord.py, which I'm going to give a talk to. So what is exactly a Discord bot? So in simple terms, it is an automated user account. Think of it as a virtual assistant that can perform tasks, moderate servers, entertain, and more. So tonight, I'm going to show you how to create your own, very own Discord bot and explore some possibilities. Later, we're going to create a bot, of course. We're going to create a simple Q&A bot. So basically, it is a quiz bot, and we're going to learn it later. So now, what is Discord.py? So how do we create bot? So Discord.py allows you to create Discord bots with Python. But it's not just Python. We have a lot of programming languages that also allows to create Discord bots other than Discord.py. There's also Discord.js and so on and so forth. All right. Now, of course, before deeping dive on the creation of Discord bot, we must know the prerequisites of learning how to do that. So of course, you must have Python, basic, really basic Python knowledge. So if you have some concrete basic Python knowledge, you're good to go. You can create some, you know, basic, Discord bot with just basic Python knowledge. Also a Discord account, and yeah, Discord account, and uh, also a Python IDE, for example, Visual Studio Code. But it is up to you. But later we are going to use Replit. It is online editing, or also for hosting. So we're going to use that, but it is up to you. Where do you want to uh, what do you want to what an IDE you want to use? But it's up to you. Visual Studio Code. You can also use PyCharm if you wanted to also use Sublime. So the editor is up to you. Also, you need to have a Python installed, but for us, we're just going to use Replit. Maybe later, we're just going to deep dive more about it later. Discord.py library installed on your Python. All right. Now next. All right. So fast, isn't it? So now, yeah. So without further ado, we are now going to set up our own Discord bot from scratch. So yeah, without further ado. So we're just going to cute cat. All right. Now here you can visit at discord.com/developers/applications. So of course you might need you must have a Discord account already. You can just go sign up. If you go here, the developers applications. If you don't have an account for Discord, it will just prompt you to sign in with your account. And now here we have applications. So we need to create a new application when uh, going to create a bot. So here, all right. Oh, sorry. So before everything about that, we need to create a Discord server. So in our Discord server, that's where we are going to invite our Discord bot in order for us to test it. So we're just going to Discord. So discord.com. Just don't mind my personal things. All right. So we're going to create our Discord server. So here I'm going to create my own for me and my friends, for me and my bots, I must say. So here we have server name. I'll just keep it like that. Jabez server. Alright, just going to create. Here is where we are going to invite and test our bot. So it's pretty awesome, right? Alright. Now, once we have our Discord server set up, now we can continue on creating our Discord bot. Alright. So we must create a new application here in Discord developers. So let's call our quiz, what do we call our quiz app? I must say Rodulfo. So I will call our quiz app, our bot, Rodulfo. Right? Must check, okay, terms of service. And now you'll be redirected here and you must see this general information. Excuse me, you can edit the name, you can edit the description of the bot, you can add tags and everything like that. But for now, we are not going to touch most of it. All we have to do is go here, OAuth 2, and we have here, here on general information. No, is it? Okay. So we will be needing the token later. But here you need to go to OAuth 2 URL generator. In order for the application to know that we are going to create a bot, we must activate the bot scope. So here there is a bot, so that it's going to ask if what's the permission the bot needs. But for now, for us, we need to, for our quiz app, we need to send messages, of course. We might need to attach files or probably embed links. We need to read message history. What else? So we need add reactions, use slash commands. We need also to read messages and view channels. So that's it for now. But yeah, the more we develop our bot, we might need more permissions based on our needs, our bot needs. So here it will generate a URL for us. This is where this is the URL to invite our bot. So we're just going to copy it. Probably go to new tab. All right. So here we're going to invite Rodolfo to Jabez server. So this is the link that you will give to your bot users or server owners in order for your bot to be on their server. So as you can see, I'm going to invite Rodolfo on Jabez server and accept all and authorize that. And of course, I am a human. All right. Okay, now it's a success. As you can see that I'm already on my Jabez server, and as you can see that Rodolfo just landed, and as you can see it's still offline, but we'll go through that later and it will be online. All right, going back. Now we are pretty much done. So we're now going to code our Discord bot. So that was just the setup. That was just the setup, and we are going to do much more than that. We're now going to code our Discord bot, and we must do it like what's this cat's doing. All right. Now, we are going to create a Q&A bot or quiz bot. So that's what we're going to do. You can look forward for us doing that. All right. Now, you can use Visual Studio Code with command line, pip install Discord, and then you can run your Python. But for me, for now, we are going to do it in Replit. So Replit is code hosting, I think so. You can also host your bot here. So here, I'm going. You can also create your account here in Replit. It's up to you. You can also host it on your own. The bot you can host it on your own device. But for us, we're going to create a Replit. So here, I'm going to create a REPL for Python. Just going to call it Rodolfo. There we go. Okay, it's loading now. Okay. Now, as you can see here, we have our code editor, main.py. This is where we edit our code. We have our console here. This is where the output will go. We have shell. That's where, if you want to pip install, something like that. Here you can add files. This is the file system where we can add files. We can add folders. We have tools. And here are the secrets. You don't have to .env if you know what is it. .env. You can also just add here secrets. We're just going to put our token later. Put our bot token later. So now, here in our main.py, we are going to import the Discord. Here, Discord. All right. But as you can see that it has, the red underscore. Yeah. So probably an error. So it said that it cannot be resolved. Well, if you are in a local machine, you might as well do pip install discord or pip install discord.py, I guess. But here on Replit, you don't have to do that. You just have to run and it will automatically install for us. So we don't have to bother ourselves, to pip install something like that. If we are going to import something from PyPy, if you run it, it will automatically add the library in Replit. All right, we just have to wait for that. Okay. Just wait. Okay, it's installing. So, but it's up to you. You just have to, if your local machine, you can, pip install Discord, and yeah, I guess it's just Discord because it's just supposed to add Discord. So it's just Discord. Pip install Discord, and you can just do this, import Discord. But it's up to you if you're using virtual environment or just global environment in your local machine. It's up to you. Discord.py. All right. I guess it's done. But we just have to save, and it must remove the underscore, the red underscore. All right. Now, as you can see that it's already been imported and it's already been installed. Now we are now going to write our code. Write our code. All right. So we must install. We must initialize our. There's two types of doing Discord bots. You can use class or you can just initiate the client. But for now, I guess for us, we're just going to do the class. So in class, we must create. Oh wow! So as you can see in Replit, it's just it knows what to do, but for us, I'm not going to do it. All right. So I'm gonna call my class a client, and it must inherit discord.client. Discord.client. It must inherit discord.client. So in discord.client, there are a lot of. Okay. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay, Replit. Shut up. Okay. So I just put that's right there. Okay, so there's a function. We must override a function on Discord that client we inherit from. So there is a function called onMessage that is in asynchronous. So asynchronous is just there's async await. So asynchronous function means
Okay. Yeah, just a little technical issue. Sorry. Continue the presentation again. We cannot hear the sounds, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Hello. It looks like, does anyone hear the presentation or is it just me? Okay. Muted. Muted. Okay. Yeah, we will reset it. I apologize. Sometimes life just hits you with something very surprising. Okay.
it will wait for the await line of code before going on to another line of code. Technically, technically speaking, but we'll go more through that later. So for now, we're just going to have async function called on message. So technically, this function will detect every single message. So we have to add the self. Okay, we have the self. Self is, if you're really know Python a lot, self is the instance of the client object. So here we are receiving also message. That is the message, every single message of the user. So here we are going actually, as what this replet suggests, we must do this. Sorry? Is equals to self user rhythm. So what this if block do is we are detecting if the author's message is equals to self.user. So technically speaking, that if the message we're receiving came from the bot itself, we're just going to ignore it, because if we are not going to ignore it, the bot will also detect its own messages, and we don't want that. It might end up some um, recurring something like that. So it's much more safe if we have that if block. So here, so message suggests again. So we just have to with starts with let's just say hello also, and then await message dot channel dot send hi. So let's just say hello world. Okay, for all right. So this line of if block means that message.content is the string text of the message itself. So message.content. So we're checking if this string has starts with exclamation mark hello. So that's what it means. So we're checking if the content of the message starts with hello, and then if it starts with hello, we're just going to send a message hello world. So before doing that, we must initiate our class. So we need also intents. So what is intents? So intents in Discord, you need intents. So meaning, uh, you must have an explicit intent of your bot. So what it needs is, does it need to send messages or detect presence and something like that. But for us, we just need to intents dot message content. So meaning that we only just need the we have only the intent of just getting the message content. So we just need to put that right here, intents equals intents. All right, and then we're just client dot run. And here we are going to pass our token. So the token came from here. So just going to bot. Here the token, we need the token. So we just reset the token and then copy the token. So you don't need to bother yourself trying this out. It must change after this talk. All right. So we must have the token right here. But for safety purposes, if you're using or if you're coding on your machine, you must have the .env and put it like this one on your .env file. But here in Replit, there's no .env, but instead there is a tool called secrets. So that's where we're going to have the token and then the value of our Discord token. So we're going to add that secret. And then we are going to import. It's all the same. It's also the same as in your machine. So we're going to import OS. And instead of the string of the token, we just have to os dot get env and then the token. It also must work that way, is it? Our argument of type str not. I guess that should work like that, doesn't it? All right, sorry, not this one. We must do it like this. Okay. As you can see here, there. So us.environ and then token. There we go. So, all right. So now once we run this, let's see if it runs. Okay, we must have an error. Also, all right. So we also have some setup on Discord developer. You must go here in bot, and there will be privilege gateway intents. So we must have the message content here activated so that we can run our code, I guess. It must, I guess. All right, there we go. So you must just have to allow the message content intent for our intents here to run. All right, so here we're now going to our Discord server. As you can see, Rodolfo is now live. As you can see, Rodolfo is now live and is online. So let's try our code. Said hello. So just try to do that. Hello. All right. As you can see that Rodolfo replied message, hello world. So as you can see, it works. Pretty awesome. All right. Now going back. All right. Great job. Now we just made our first bot. First Discord bot. So, alright, cute cat. Okay, so we just made our first Discord bot. But it's not ending there. It's just really simple. We said that we are going to create a Q&A app, so we're just going to create that Q&A app. Alright. So going back, we must create our Q&A app. So first things first, we might need a few questions, right? So that's where we're going to loop through. So we need a list of questions. So how about that? We need a list of questions that we will be getting to for the user. So we will need question and let the AI do the work. All right. It might. All right. What is the capital of France? What is the answer? Paris. All right. Next is we might have to need just three questions. Question, okay, what is the largest? Jupiter. All right, I know. Okay, last one is question. So, all right, what is the currency of Japan? Yen. Maybe I'll answer that myself. Okay, so we have three questions here. So that's where we're going to loop through. So once we get messages. So here, instead of starts with hello, let's make it start. So let's start. So once the user says exclamation point start, the question and answer game will start for him or her. Okay. So, okay, the game starts. Or, yeah, the game starts. So, once it started, once it's comment, I mean message it, the game will start. So, we will choose one question here. So, we will just import random from Python itself. And then we will choose a random question right here. So, we will have a question was random.choice and then questions. And then it will randomly choose a question here. And once we have that, there's, okay, never used. Okay, just never used. But we'll use that. All right, so once we have that, we will send from the channel to the channel the question. All right, and we will just send the question, and then the user. No, reset. All right, okay, because I already did that earlier, but yeah. So moving on. So the idea is once the game started, it will choose random question, and then it will send the question, and then we are going to receive their answer, and then we're going to check if it's right or not. So once we send them the question, we will wait for the answer. So going to await for uh, self dot, what is it that called? All right. Oh, thank you so much, Rapid. So this is what we're waiting for. So wait for, this means that we are going to wait for the message of the user, and then we will check. Okay, that's not, okay, we just have to, you know, a function. So check, and we're not going to use lambda because it's kind of messy. So return m dot author. Nope, m.author, and then we will check if the message.content is equals to question answer. So I'm going to explain it quite a bit later. Okay, check, and then timeout 60. So what's happening here is, all right, the idea is we will send them the question, right? We will send the question. And then once we send the question, we will wait. We will wait for a message, for a reply of the user. Of the user. So here, check. It will run this function. Whenever this function returns to true, this will uh, this will skip this line of code. This line of code, sorry, will skip. So here, check, and then return m.author is equals to message.author if the if the current message if the current messenger is the messenger of the recent uh, initialization, I mean instance of the on message command. And then if the content of the message is equals to answer, this will return to true, and with that the code will skip. We'll get to that later. So once we have that, we will send message.channel.send, and then you are correct. Okay, we're not going to have a timeout. Maybe later. Because if we're going to have a timeout, we will have to create a try and accept block. But we're not going to do it for now. So we're not going to try our bot right here. All right, start. What is the currency of Japan? What is the currency of Japan? Yen. You are correct. So our bot works. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. What is the currency of Japan? Yen. Let's try it again. Start. All right. Yen again. Let's try again. Maybe. Okay. What is the capital of France? What is the capital of France? Paris. Wrong. We must have the letter P. Letter P. So how do we solve that problem? We must have right here dot lower. No, I guess okay, just have to, or maybe we have to put this lower both, so it will regardless of their capitalization, it will just skip that part. So lower. All right, that must work. That should work. All right. So we now have a working quiz, but it does not end there. We have lot of things to do right now. Okay, so we will be getting into the database. So the another idea is the user can give their question and answer, and then the database will have that. And then once we got that, we will also output that to the user. Am I all right? All right. So let's try it. So we have, all right, correct, pretty nice. So we will also have another message content start. So we will have Aleph message dot content starts with, let's say, input. Let's just say input. All right. So we are now going to input to the database. So what's good about this one is Replit provides a database. It's just a key value pair store. Just a pretty basic database, just key value pairs. So that's how it is. So there's the database. So database. So here. So this is just okay. So this out key value pairs. So it's pretty easy. So we just have to here insert. Okay, insert. Is that how we did? Oh, it just copied this. All right. So we have Replit. Okay, set a key to value. We just have to create a value to the database, and then we can have a value again on the database itself. Okay. So I guess we have some error. Import Replit cannot be resolved. Maybe we need to stop the database. Okay, stop the DB. It must work, right? Must have removed that. Import Replit. Okay. If we're going to run that, if this is going to be an error. Okay, there is an error because we forgot to. You can just dot dot dot. I guess that works. Okay, we have a lot of prompt input, and now it should work. Okay, it now adds a Replit. But while doing that, we can check what's going to do. So what we are going to do is, of course, we're going to set up our database. Set up database. Okay. So we're going to create a function called update. So that function will update the database. It will check if the database key will exist, and if it's not, we're going to initialize a new database. So here we're going to create a new function called update, maybe questions on the database. Here, just going to get a question. So here we're going to check if the questions exists in the DB or db.keys. I think it's DB. So if the question exists on the DB, we are going to create questions variable here and then going to get that. So DB questions, and then we're going to append a new questions to that on to that database question, and then we're going to save that database on here. Questions equals questions. All right. Now once we have that, so else, so if it exists, we just have to db questions. We need to initialize a new database. DB questions and question. So we just initialize a new database. So now once we have that, so as you can see here, we have input. So instead of doing this, as you can see, we have input. So the idea is this. So we have here. So if they send an input, so they send an input and then the question and then double slash answer. So that's what's going to happen. So we only split the question and answer for that. So I think Replit has something to say with this one. Let's see. Question, answer. Right, C. So we are going to actually it's not right actually. So we just that's the idea of it. So the replit is not right. So that's the idea of it. So we're going to get the question and answer. We're just going to split it, right? So that's what's going to happen. So now once we have that, so we are going to split that, right? So question, maybe just MSG, and then we're going to split the message dot content dot split, not with spaces, but with double slash. So if the, once we have that, it will just going to be, you know, going to be like this one, the input, the question and answer, something like that. So here, question and answer. So that's what's going to happen, right? So that's the idea. But I guess we need to just remove uh, the first key right here, or maybe just it's for us, man. So to make it easier, so let's just say that's the input. So to distinguish everything, so we don't have to really do a lot of work, so I'm trying to say. So once we have that, we're going to have that question. So we're just going to update that. So update questions. So that would be the question. Also the answer. So what's going to happen is right there. Here, question. Sorry, question, and then we have the answer. And then also write this one. Also works like this one. Then that, okay, that's how it's work. So we just have to update the question with the MSG 2 1 and then MSG 2. So technically meaning that this MSG, so this is what's going to happen, right? So we are indexing the first number, the index 1, so 0 1. So the question is going to pass, which is here, and then index 2, so MSG index 2 0 1 2. So that's going to be the answer. So let's just see what's going to be, but I guess that should work, right? So once we have that, all right, once we have that, we are going to, of course, uh, message dot channel dot going to send success if that's successful. All right, just going to remove that. All right. All right. So we're going to run that, and then here on our okay. So it's online again, and then just say input. Say what is the value of pi right there slash 3.14. So let's see. Okay, there's an error. So never awaited. So that's an error for us. So we need to await, of course, to await that. Let's stop and then let's try to run that again. So what is the value of pi? Oh, success. All right. So maybe we can check the database with that. If that's okay. So one key. So we now have a one key value there. So I don't know how to really check that here, but all right. And now once we have that, of course we are going to instead of getting here, if getting the questions right here, we just have to get the questions from the database. So we're just going to random the choice the DB questions, or maybe just for the safe, we need to create a new question, DB questions. Because here we're going to check, if the value pair is existing. So it's going to do something like this once again. Okay, questions in DB, but we don't really need to turn that. We just need to return the questions. Return DB questions. And if it's not existing, also we need to create a new one. So that's what's going to happen. Return DB, or perhaps maybe just do it like that. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so going to random question choice and then question. All right, so let's try that. So stop working. Let's try to check that. So let's try to start. Well, all right, there we go. The database works finally. Yes, 3.14. Okay. I mean, that should work, right? Maybe there's just some errors for that. Maybe uh, the answer didn't really registered on the database, but I guess that should work. That should work fine. What is the value of pi? And then 3.14 there, maybe there's an error. But everything works fine, and okay. So I guess that's all. So we created right here. Okay. So thank you guys for being here with me, staying with me, and learning with me. To create a Discord bot using discord.py. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. And I will open the floor for questions. If you have any questions, I am, I'm glad to answer that. So thank you guys for being with me. And yeah, bye bye. And back to you.
Okay. Yeah, I think I went a little bit too fast there, but that's the end of the video. Jabez, are you still there? Can you show your camera to us? Yeah, there we go. Okay, is everyone still here? Kindly do a thumbs up or just say hi to everyone. Okay, lovely. So now is the time for the Q&A. Feel free to ask your questions. And I guess one good way to start this, Jabez, or are you okay with Jabez or Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm fine with Jabez. Maybe
Oh,
heard, maybe heard. Fine.
yeah, wait, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
it's fine, Jabez.
Okay, so Kenneth is asking, where can they access the source of this code? Like,
Oh, where can you access? Okay, I can link the Replit link on on the meeting chat. So maybe I'll just do that now. So you can maybe practice or do something about it. So Replit just if you're using a free tier of Replit, it's automatically public and it's not private, so you can access it. But I'm just going to give the link here in the meeting chat just a little bit soon. So yeah.
Okay, and also for those who would like to try, don't forget you have to set up your Discord first before you try to run the code. And also there's like this secret token, right? That they have to.
Yeah, yeah, they have to have the secret token. But my token you cannot use it because it's already has been changed. So you cannot mess with anything with that. But you can create your own application, your own Discord bot, and you can you know create some your own Rudolph or something like that. So yeah, I've already sent the link. So that's the Replit link. You can try to practice or do something about it. So yeah.
Okay. So Jasriel asks if it's possible to create a slash command on my Discord bot. How do I do it?
How do I do it? So in slash command, you can actually access the Discord by read.docs. So you can see the how to implement slash commands. But I do think that you must set up a few things on Discord, but it is possible. So yeah, it is linked on Discord, read the docs. So you can just go with Discord by read.docs.io. So yeah, so I cannot really show how to how to create that here because we have no time. So you can just go to the docs and it will teach you how to create the slash command. Yeah.
Okay. And probably just to help, I'll probably message you, Jezreel, like a Stack Overflow link that I used. Because, Stack Overflow, it's basically the bread and butter of every developers.
Yeah.
Ariel from YouTube asks if it's possible to create a Discord bot and integrate it with ChatGPT.
Actually, absolutely. In Python, if you're going to create a Discord bot with Python, you can actually access every single library that the Python have. You can actually use NumPy because if you're running the Python on your own device and it's not running on Discord or something. So what Discord do is just send a message and you're going to receive it with the Chat GPT library installed in your Python project. So you can visit actually the OpenAI docs, and there I believe there is a docs about how to implement ChatGPT in your own Python app, own Python program, and you can actually implement that. What I did earlier with ChatGPT. So it's actually cool. You replace a database with ChatGPT. So it is really possible.
Okay, okay. That's good. While everyone is still typing their questions, I would like to ask, like, outside of Replit, given that that's the tool that you use to demonstrate, what other tools do you think would be great for creating Discord bots using Discord.py and stuff?
Actually, you can a great question. Will you can actually create Discord bot anywhere as long as the device is supporting Python 3. You can create Discord bots. You can create your Discord bot in your local machine. So you can have your own IDE like PyCharm, Sublime, Visual Studio Code, as long as the device supports the 3.10 or 3 Python 3 on that device. You can create your own Discord bot apart from Replit. I just use Replit for easy hosting, but you can actually use still your local machine to host. But you don't want to really open your laptop or computer all the time just for your bot to run, right? So you must find a cloud provider for your bot to host. So me, I find Replit, but you can actually host it on a lot of cloud platforms as long as it supports Python. So that's how it is.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on any other suggested IDE platforms like probably PyCharm or I'm not sure, maybe me
Yeah,
doing it from
Python.
the terminal or something? Any
Yeah.
suggested IDE platforms?
Any suggested IDE platforms other than Visual Studio? Visual Studio, yeah. Actually, there Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code is a different platform, but I prefer Visual Studio Code. But and Replit, you can actually use PyCharm, but for me, PyCharm is kind of heavy for Discord because PyCharm is full staff. I mean, full stack about developing heavy Python projects, but you can use PyCharm, and as long as the IDE supports Python, you can actually use that. You can run on your terminal or command line. So as long as it's run on terminal or command line. How about using collab.research? I don't actually know about that, so maybe I can get that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll jump in on this. If I remember correctly, Google Colab is used for primarily data science related tasks and using it to create server related applications
oh,
like
sure.
Discord bots would not probably be a good fit. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
a
do
lot
think so.
better to
It
host it
just,
in the cloud.
it's just Jupyter's notebook, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it can host Discord bots with just Jupyter Notebook. The Discord Pi needs to run 24/7 if you want it to be live on Discord. So Jupyter Notebook, I don't think it's a good fit for that.
Yeah, technically possible, but we don't recommend. Okay. Yeah, maybe Wilbert is asking if it's possible to use Vim in developing ML software. I think this
Yeah,
is a little bit,
yeah, it's kind of off topic, but yeah, I can answer that question. You can actually, Vim is kind of nice if you're like hardcore developer, but if you're just, chill, you can use Visual Studio Code. But if you like rock hard, you can go Vim.
yeah, I did use Vim in one of my theses.
You're a rock
It
hard
was,
developer, 10 times developer, I must say.
yeah, yeah, but it's really, really hard. Really, really hard. Okay. Yeah, let's go straight into Discord.py again. We talked about like hosting it in servers and such. Like, do you have any recommendations as to where you should host it? Like probably DigitalOcean or Python Anywhere, Heroku.
Yeah.
There's plenty of providers there.
Yeah, as I said earlier, as long as the cloud provider supports Python, you can do it on Heroku. Yeah, good, suggestion. You can host it on Google Cloud, AWS, and every single cloud provider that supports Python, you can host it. Your Python, I mean your Discord bot, or maybe Firebase, Cloud Functions, and everything like that.
Okay. JJ asked a very interesting question. So, do you have any other resources related to the creation of chatbots using large language models such as Pandasai or Llama Index? What do you think is the best way to start a chatbot, like Discord chatbot?
I'm not really into machine learning, so I don't really know about the terminologies. But as long as the as the library or the third party provider supports Python, it can be used for your Discord.
Yeah. And
It's kind
probably
of
for like
awesome.
yeah, for probably if you're planning to do it on large language models, you might need to build a separate backend for it and then connect it with your Discord server. For me, I think that could be a way to do things so that it can be a little bit simpler for you instead of like hosting it all in one main.py file. That's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, okay. Is Streamlit, can you use Streamlit? Asked by JJ.
Streamlit. Yeah, as long as it can run 24/7 and can be accessed from, from the internet, you can use such, Streamlit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Streamlit, if you want to host, I think Streamlit is like what they use to host the machine learning model. Not really familiar with machine learning, so I'm like just grasping at straws. But you can use Streamlit to host the model there, connect it with your Discord.py. That's gonna be a lot of, you're gonna be reading a lot of documentation, but it's technically possible because there are bots already that do this, right, Jabez?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Actually, Me6, I guess, use AI. A lot of chatbots. I mean, Discord chatbots already use AI to their Discord bots. So I do think because of that, it is really possible because it's just Discord bot is not really running on the Python. I mean, run not really running on the Discord, but on the device itself or the cloud provider. So it's possible.
Okay. I think a lot of that is pretty advanced and
Yeah,
pretty
really.
scary, especially for beginners. Like, let's say I'm a beginner. What do you recommend a beginner to do? Like a roadmap for beginners after this talk? What should they do next in order to improve their skills further?
So if you're talking about their the programming skills in general, you can start with Python actually because Python is very beginner friendly. You can start creating some command line games or command line programs, and then if you can go further, you can actually do the Discord bot yourself because creating a Discord bot just requires little experience or just basic knowledge about Python and you're good to go.
Okay. Um, I guess we went way beyond
Yeah.
the time, way beyond the
I'm not
schedule.
really
Does anyone have
familiar with
any?
Streamlit. Yeah, in Ghana. But as I searched it, it said that faster way to build share data apps. But yeah, I'll go with that. Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you, Poland. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys helping out with answering the questions as well in the sideline. So, does anyone have any other questions from our YouTube peeps as well? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, going once, going twice.
So
Okay. Hey, thank you. Thank you for participating in this talk. Just a short sideline on our upcoming events. We have a Python R on November 3, and we're going to be talking serverless Python using Zappa. We have our online public training for beginner programmers, and we would love to have you guys there. So kindly join us. We will send more publication materials for you for your perusal. And also, we will be having our PyCon next year. This is gonna be our magnum opus, our Mona Lisa in terms of events, and we would love you to be one of our speakers or volunteers. It's an excellent way to network and an excellent way to learn new things. With that said, thank you and see you on the next session. If you guys have any other feedback, let us know and we will send you the feedback form as well. So maybe we can stop the sharing